So today, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think a lot of you guys should be doing if you guys enjoy farming missions. This is a great way to get an easy exotic every time you do these missions. It's pretty simple, pretty fast, and you might notice it is, yes, the Liberty. Now, if you guys want to see the original way how to get your first Liberty before you get the blueprint here, make sure you check the link down below. Now, once you have the Liberty, you need to do a couple things. You might notice that we have 4 missing components: the receiver and paint job, the sight and rail, the grip and tags, and obviously the trigger and mechanism, right? So we need to get those 4, but we have everything else, including the D50. Now, it does need to be a gold D50, and what I recommend, guys, is if you guys happen to get these as drops, mark them as your favorites and just put them into your stash. We're gonna go to my stash and you'll see I think I have about 2 in there. I have 2 on my character, and you can actually buy it this week. So sometimes the vendor even has it, but you'll need this if you guys want to continue to do this over and over and over. So if you already have a few of these saved, you don't have to worry about farming them. So besides the gold D50, you'll also need receiver components, which you should have a ton of: carbon fiber and polycarbonate. And then obviously you'll need 979 credits, which you guys should all have. So how can you get these parts pretty quick and pretty efficient, so that way you guys can get an exotic, deconstruct it, and use that exotic component for your expertise? Well, let's get into it. So for the first part we're gonna go for is the trigger and mechanism, and you guys can get this at Capitol Building. I recommend doing this one first because you get it pretty early on in the mission, and you don't have to go all the way to the end of the mission like the other pieces. So the good thing about this is you could do it on any difficulty: story, normal, hard, challenging, or heroic. Yes, I said story. You could do this on story and still get it to drop. So about halfway through this mission, you'll run into Captain Nelson, and Captain Nelson is going to be the one that drops this item. So like I said, this is the one you could do on story all the way to heroic. It's really up to you. You'll get the pistol and trigger mechanism. All you have to do is pick it up, and that is one of 4 parts you'll need, and you could leave the mission. You don't even have to finish this one. Now, the next item is going to be at American History Museum. Now, you'll have to do this one either on normal, hard, challenging, or heroic. I did it on heroic because it's pretty easy to do. Just make sure you don't die, so you have to start it all over again. But yeah, set it and then go all the way to the end. The final boss is going to be the boss that drops is Captain Briggs. Now, since this boss is at the very end, I recommend once you get the piece, I would actually finish the mission so you can get the XP, because depending on how many directives you get on, I got about 7,700. And then we got the part that we needed, the receiver and paint job, and look what we also got. We got an exotic Liberty, the weapon that we're trying to craft. Now, if you end up getting the Liberty during this run, make sure that you deconstruct it, because no other part will drop for you. So you want to deconstruct it. I'm gonna do that because I'm just doing this for the exotic components. And now we just have 2 more pieces to get. The next item is going to be at Viewpoint Museum, and it's going to be the sight and rail piece for the Liberty. So make sure you start it. You could do this on normal, hard, challenging, or heroic, and you can see I'm doing on heroic. Now just work your way all the way to the very end till you find Carl Wade, and Sergeant Carl Wade is going to drop the 3rd piece you need, and the sight and rail. So pick it up, and then you guys can finish the mission and collect the XP, and then we're off to our final mission. Now the final piece is gonna be the grip and tags, and that's gonna be as Space Administration, and just like the other ones, the boss at the very end is going to drop this for you. So kill the boss, and the exotic component should pop up behind you. Pistol, grip, and tags, and that is the final piece we need. All we have to do is pick this up and then head over to the base of operation. So now we are back at the crafting station, and we go right here. We go all the way down to the exotic blueprints, and we can see we have the Liberty blueprint. We have all 4 pieces. We have all the materials, plus we have the D50, and we also have the credits. So we just have to select craft. We select the D50 I told you guys should have. You put confirm, and then you can craft this. And there you go. You guys have yourself a Liberty. If you needed one, well, here you go. If you want to deconstruct it like I'm doing for the expertise, you can. Well, you will notice you can't craft another one, and no other parts will pop up on your map because it says crafted. So how do you get this to continue to do again? Well, just like the holster, you will need to delete it, or you will deconstruct it, put it on another character, whatever you need. I'm going to deconstruct it. I just want that one exotic component because I'm using that to level up my expertise. And there we go, we have it. Now we go back to the crafting station, and you'll notice it no longer says crafted, and we are able to craft it again. So you guys can do this over and over and over, just like the holster. The one thing about this one is almost guaranteed. Every single mission you will get it. The holster, you can go to different control points and sometimes you won't get the piece you need. So that's the big difference between the two. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up the video here. Appreciate the support, appreciate the love. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, hey, nothing but skills out.